Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It is July. It's 2019, and I know I've been hitting you with these a lot lately, but I think that this stuff right here is incredibly important. And it isn't just for the end of times or anything like that. It's for weather warfare. There's a reason that I prep, and I think there's a reason you should too. Look at all the earthquakes and every other wacky thing that's been going on. Look at the storms that they're conjuring up down south. Do you see what I'm saying? Being prepared, having food to feed yourself, your family, and having the ability to have clean water is important. This Patriot Pantry helps me, and it helps you. If it didn't, I wouldn't run it. And that's just a fact. Anybody that's ever met me knows for a fact that I prepare, and I have this stuff in my vehicle, my house, and my office. So you should too. Or don't. But if you do want it, links are in the description. Check this out.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 28th of July. It's 2019. It is early here on the East Coast, but I just wanted to remind everybody of this. Do you remember this? The card game? The last card would be UFOs, but before that, they would really push this entire thing, meteor strike, asteroids, etc. Does everybody remember this guy? Well, you should, because I talk about him enough, right? I mean, he's the one with he's the Godfather from the SS Nazi troops. He was one of the guys that was caught. He was the second director at NASA. He was not the first. A lot of people get that mixed up, but it is what it is. At any rate, do you remember this guy? Exactly. He's the one with Psalm 19:1 on his headstone. Do you see what I'm saying? 19:1. So 9/11 is right there, but Psalm 19:1. Now, what does the guy that allegedly got us to the moon so many times with apparently not very much trouble whatsoever at all, why would he put that particular Bible passage on his headstone? Well, let's see what it says. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Now, it's kind of strange that a guy that was in charge of getting America to the moon, remember the time we did that a bunch of times? No big deal, no worries. Wasn't that all that difficult, apparently? We got it done in 9 months. Remember that? Right? We're still on the same page? Why would he put that particular Bible passage on his headstone? A Bible passage that clearly backs up the fact that there's a hard fixed surface over the earth and we cannot go up. Well, apparently there's a lot of wacky things going on with these people, and you've seen this, you've heard this. I'm going to play it again to remind people or new subscribers, not that it looks like there are any, but at any rate.
Good morning. My name is 𝗃𝗃 Rosen. In 1974, after being a sixth grade school teacher, I was introduced to the late Dr. 𝗏𝗏 in the U.S., the father of rocketry. In my first meeting with him, during that first 3.5 hours, he said to me, "Carol, you will stop the weaponization of space." And I said, teachers don't stop until June. He said, "No, you have to understand, this is February. And we have to prevent the weaponization of space because there is a lie being told to everyone that the weaponization of space is now first being based upon the evil empire, the Russians. There are many enemies," he said, "against whom we're going to build this space-based weapon system. The first of whom was the Russians, which was existing at that time. Then there would be terrorists. Then there would be third world countries. Now we call them rogue nations or nations of concern. Then there would be asteroids."
Now she's going to say, then there will be aliens or UFOs. But what she just said, that's exactly what I want you to focus on.
Then there would be asteroids. Then there would be asteroids. Then there would be asteroids. Asteroids.
And people love to discount that, explain why what she said and what we're seeing happening right now aren't true. Well, it is. This is from 2 days ago, and this is from who else, right? It's from NASA, the #1 corporation or whatever it is, military-industrial complex that is constantly taking away Americans' freedoms of speech. Do you see what I'm saying? People don't have to believe what we say, even though we're showing them all the evidence right here from the mainstream, from Wikipedia, from their own websites. People still don't want to believe it, and that's fine. But for these guys to be shutting us down so effectively so we can't tell you what they're saying and show you what they're saying coming to fruition, well, that should be a problem. But here we go, because this is from 2 days ago. And apparently, according to scientists, it snuck up on us because they're stunned by the city killer asteroid that just missed Earth. They didn't see this coming. This is a picture of the asteroid, apparently. You see this? Look at this. First of all, this was rocketing through the vacuum of space. How the hell would that just be sitting there? But whatever, it doesn't make any difference whatsoever at all because this isn't real, any of it. It's all an artist's conception. But look at this. Isn't that the cutest thing? There's the Earth. There's some stars. Originally, it depends what day it is, what time of the week. Sometimes you can get stars in pictures. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes astronauts saw them while they were on the moon. Sometimes they didn't. Hard to tell. No one knows. These people lie more than a teenage heroin addict that lives in your house and she probably, it's your steps or your ex's son or daughter or whatever. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's the moon. That's the Earth. That's the asteroid. And all of this is completely and totally and entirely fake. But the point that they're foisting this still, all while the UFO meme is pushed by the Navy, the Pentagon, the mainstream, every single solitary movie, etc., etc., etc. We're watching all these things coming to fruition in our lifetime. So I think people should pay attention to this because this is totally and completely ridiculous. But it is what it is. This just tells us that they are moving forward exactly as planned, as always. At any rate, I'm going to have 𝗏𝗃𝗃 and Jason Lindgren on tomorrow on a live stream at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, AM. So check that out, and we will talk about stuff like this and very, very much more. Or we won't. At any rate, Richie from Boston, I'm out.